Hello.
Hello there. My name is Sam, and this is Greg.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to Home Debate Club. Every week, we help you and your family to lead a debate at home at the same time as lots of other people across the country. This is very different to other online lessons. Why is that, Greg?
Well, it's different because it's led by young people at home. So no adults leading, please. And it's a group activity. So you're going to take part as a group. And importantly, there's no wrong or right answers. It's just your own views that we're going to be exploring today. So the most important thing is that you have your say.
Brilliant. Fantastic. So what do you need to join in? Well, you're here, and that's a brilliant start. All you need is at least one debate partner to engage with you, but the more people you can involve at home, the better. A quiet space and about 30 minutes of time.
Great. And if you want to comment live, we did have a bit of an issue with the YouTube stream earlier. So go to YouTube on a second phone or tablet or computer and search YouTube for Home Debate Club. And hi, Claire, who's managed that very well. So hi, Claire, how are you doing? And give us a shout out. Tell us which school you're from. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, hi to Claire as well. We're really excited to have you and everybody else joining us today. Now, before we get on to this week's question, we want to give a huge shout out to everybody that joined us last week and also tell you what we did. So last week, we asked the question, should England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland have different approaches to tackling coronavirus? So many people got involved, and the winning option was Team Greg, congratulations, with yes, it will be more effective. Let us know your thoughts on this result by sending in a comment. Was the winning option one that you guys voted for last week? Yeah, what do you think, Greg?
Yeah, great question, wasn't it? Yeah, we'd love to hear from you if you agree with it or if you disagree. Pop in your comments, and we'll give you a shout out. So yeah, great debate, wasn't it, Sam?
Yeah, a really fantastic debate last week. And a quick hello to Glynis, who said hi to us in the comments. So fantastic. Okay, so what are we doing this week? Well, this week we are going to have our new debate question. But we like to give you clues as to what that question is about before we get into discussing it. Now, the clues come in the form of two pictures, and we're going to share those with you in a second. And we posted one of the clues last week for you guys to try and work out in advance of the debate today what you think the question is going to be about. So we're going to share the pictures with you, give you 20 seconds to chat about them, and then we'll see if we can work it out. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, comment with your guesses, tell us what you think, and then we will give you a shout out. So this is the first clue this week. Greg, what does it make you think of?
Okay, interesting. This reminds me of the moon landings. Yeah, and space.
Okay, it's a bit of an abstract one this week. Over to you guys at home. 20 seconds. What do you think this picture means? What might the question be this week? Okay, guys, and Greg, I'm coming over to you with the second clue. So this is the second clue for this week. What does this one make you think of?
Okay, interesting. I wonder if this is about people reading things online about magical cures. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Okay, great. So we've got something to do with the original moon landing when that happened, and then people reading things online about what's happening to us all at the moment. Can you put those two things together and see if you can work out what the clue is going to be? Oh, the question is this week. You've got another 20 seconds. Okay, guys, so if you think you've worked it out, you can let us know in the clues and we'll give you a shout out. If not, and you're just watching on Home Debate Club, shout to the person next to you what you think the question this week is going to be all about.
Great, fantastic. So well done to everybody for guessing today's clues and working out the question. So let's talk about this week's question. Today's question is, why are conspiracy theories about coronavirus so popular? So Sam, what do you think this question means?
Okay, I think it's a really interesting question, and it's getting us to think about why lots of people are concerned about understanding the big question of why. Our lives have changed so much recently, and that's making us feel very disrupted, and we want to know why that is. There are people that try to answer those questions, and maybe that those answers that we hear sometimes are scientific and sometimes not. So the question this week is getting us to think about, at this time that we're living through, during this pandemic, why is it that there are some really unusual theories to explain what we're going through? Does that make sense to you, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely. That's really clear. So thank you for that explanation. So with today's debate question, we've got 4 different options which we'd like to help you to structure your debate on. So we've got, let me talk you through them. So option 1, conspiracy theories are popular because trust in the government is low. Option 2 is because they spread easily on social media. Option 3 is because people are spending more time online. And option 4, that the media doesn't do enough to tackle them. So remember that there's no right or wrong answers with this. It's about helping you to explore what you think about this question.
Okay, thank you for that, Greg. So those are our options, and you should see them on your screen. Now, what we like to do to try and understand this question a bit more before we decide our opinion is think about the question and some statistics and what it means. Now, we can't really talk about coronavirus conspiracy theories without really explaining what 1 or 2 of them are. So there are examples like these. Some people think that the virus is linked to the launch of 5G, the mobile network, and the masks that people use to transmit it. Some people think the virus is a ruse or is made up so that the government can control people. Or there's another theory that says that that coronavirus is actually a weapon, and it was developed by maybe China or maybe the United States. Those are the most popular theories that are really out there, but for some reason, people believe them, even though there's no evidence to suggest that that's true at all. Now, why might this be the case? Well, some of the research that we've looked in to get this question set up this week says this. So the Independent newspaper in April said that almost half of all people in Britain believe that coronavirus is man-made. Is that maybe why these theories are so popular? The British Social Attitudes Survey says that only 18% of people in the UK trust the government. Now, remember, it's the government's job to explain to us what's happening. And if so few people believe them, maybe that's why. And then YouGov, which is another organization, they claim that 1 in 5 Britons do not trust the media. So again, is that an explanation as to why the traditional places that we'd all get our information from aren't being trusted on coronavirus, and maybe that's why conspiracy theories are so popular? So there are some interesting statistics for us all to think about when we are deciding our opinions today. So speaking of opinions then, Greg, what's yours? Dying to hear what you think.
Hi everyone. So Team Greg, I've got a strong view on this, and before I start, I'd like to say hi to Charlotte, who's posted a lot of comments asking for us to say hello. So hello, Charlotte. Hope you're well, and hope everyone else is doing well at home too. So I think the answer to this question, from my point of view, is that the trust in government is so low. So you've heard the stats from Sam, and some people are really not trusting the places that they'd normally look to for guidance and reassurance and answers on what's happening. And obviously that's not a new problem. It's not something that's just happened because at the moment because of coronavirus. That there is an issue with how lots of people in the UK and other countries trust their governments and how much they do that. So I think that might explain why some people are turning to unscientific conspiracy theories.
Those are fascinating points, Greg. I hadn't really considered it in that broader sort of historical context and also comparing it to other countries. I really like how you referred to statistics in your debate and your argument there as well. However, Team Sam, where's my slide? There it is. Team Sam, we do disagree. And we disagree because my opinion is that the reason coronavirus conspiracy theories are so popular is because they can spread so easily on social media. In our modern life, it's really easy for an idea to be shared and to be spread, and for very quickly for it to become quite dangerous or well established. If more would be done by social media companies to try and tackle what you might call disinformation, then things like the conspiracy theory about 5G and that some people have gone around and sort of tried to destroy masts, those wouldn't be anywhere near as popular as they are now if we had a control and if we had a regulated approach. So that's what Team Sam's opinion is this week.
Very persuasive point, Sam. Thank you.
So the question for you guys out there is, who do you agree with at home? There are 4 options to choose from this week. You don't have to agree with Team Greg or Team Sam. You can choose one of the options yourselves. So we just want to give you just 5 seconds to think to yourself, who do you agree with or what do you agree with, and which option are you going to debate for this week?
Okay, fantastic. That's amazing. Thank you for exploring your own thoughts. That's brilliant. So let me tell you how today's debate was going to work. So we need somebody to lead it. The person who leads it cannot be an adult. It needs to be a young person. So if that's you, amazing. So what you need to do is to stand up in front of the group or the people that you're debating with at home, and you need to high five the person who's going to be speaking next. And the third most important thing is that you need to try and get everybody involved. So make sure that everybody is taking part in the debate and everybody's getting a turn. And then finally, in terms of being a leader, when the stopwatch reaches 30 seconds, you need to try and summarize the debate by saying, this home believes that. And so that's how you'll summarize it.
Great. And then for those of you who are watching who aren't going to be the leaders today, maybe you will be next time, who knows, you need to decide which option is the one that you agree with, to be ready to share your opinion with the group around you. And then at the end, everybody needs to make sure that we reach an agreement about our vote. Otherwise, you don't get to vote. Now, you guys on YouTube, it's great that you're there, but if you want to vote, you need to make sure you've also got homedebateclub.com open on a different phone or on a tab to make sure that your vote is registered.
Okay, amazing. So after the 5 minutes on Home Debate Club, you'll be able to vote. The voting panel will open, and we're really excited to hear your opinions. And you should be seeing your the timer appearing on your screen any second now. So let's debate.
Team Sam.
Voting starts now.
Hey guys, you need to vote now, vote now. Right, everybody, as the debating is over and voting is now open, you need to have reached an agreement with the people that you're debating with, and then you need to click onto the option you decide. It's easy to vote, just click on the option you agree with to cast your vote. And the voting is going to be over about 30 seconds or so, so please make sure you're voting now, Team Sam, Team Sam. Greg, who do you think is going to win this week? What's your prediction? What are people saying, do you think?
Oh, I think it's going to be it's an interesting debate. So I think that the trust in the government is going to win this one. I thought you were debated excellently, but I think that I might have swung it this week, Sam. Let's see. What do you reckon?
We'll see. We'll see. Do you know what, Greg? This is one of the sorts of debates where I think that I, on a different morning, probably would agree with any one of the different options. Because I think that they all have strengths and they all have their various merits. And it's such a big question to consider. But yeah, I can completely see that. So that's your 30 seconds of voting, guys. Well done to everybody for getting involved. Like I was just saying, I think all of the options have their strengths. And I guess some of them weaknesses too. But most people agree with option B, which is Team Sam. Yes, come on, guys. Which is to remind you that they spread easily on social media, and that explains why coronavirus conspiracy theories are so popular. I'm surprised by that, Greg. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm very surprised, but you debated very well, so well done, and it's been amazing to see everybody get involved at home. So thank you so much for that.
No, and thank you. I thought your arguments were brilliant, and I was very nearly persuaded by them. So that's brilliant. Well done, guys.
Yeah, what an amazing debate. And I think one thing we like to do at the end of Home Debate Club is by sharing something great about each person or people that you've taken part with today. So it can be something that they shared a really good point, or it could be something that you really liked how they acted during the debate. So over to you, Sam, to give everybody at home an example.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed Greg's debate today, and I especially liked the way that he quoted research to back up his opinion. That made me feel like that it was more compelling than just hearing one person, because there's stats behind it, and I thought that was really persuasive. So well done to Greg. Amazing debating there. Over to you guys at home. We're going to give you about 30 seconds to give a great compliment to the people around you. All right then, folks, 2 things to finish. One of them is going to come from me, and then the other one is going to come from Greg. From me, it's the mission. Now, if you don't know what this is, if this is your first time being on Home Debate Club, the mission is a challenge that we set you to complete after Home Debate Club that's linked to the question we've been debating this week. So this week, we want you to create a short video debunking a conspiracy theory about coronavirus and share it with us so we can help educate the nation. Debunking just means to prove it wrong using evidence. So in your video, we want you to cover 3 points. Firstly, who you are. Secondly, which conspiracy theory you've chosen. Is it about 5G masks? Is it about the virus being man-made? It's up to you. And then we want you to share one fact that's scientifically resourced that proves that theory is not true. Now, that video doesn't need to be longer than about 30 seconds. It should be short and snappy. And then when it's done, we would love to see you share it with us on Facebook or on Twitter. That would be fantastic. So you can find the links in the past sessions as soon as the debate is over. Good luck.
Cool. Okay. And adults, last thing from me, I'm just going to, I've got a quick message for you, is just to say that this is one of the first times that we're running Home Debate Club. And it's amazing that you have taken part and joined us discussing today's question. And one of the things that we're looking for is your advice and feedback on how it's gone, how we can improve it, what you think has been useful about it. So if you'd like to give us some feedback, spend a couple of minutes, and that you don't just have to be an adult, you can be a young person too. Go to the Home Debate Club website, the homepage, and scroll to the bottom, and there's a feedback link there. So please, we'd really appreciate it if you can give us some feedback. And then final thing as well, we've got the please do join the Facebook group, the Home Debate Facebook group. If you scroll down to the bottom of this page, you'll see a big Facebook icon, and that's where you can see other people's missions. You can see the results of the debates and the clues for next week's debate. So please do join that if you've enjoyed it, and we will be back at the same time next week. So thank you very much, everybody. Thanks from me and Sam, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
See you next week, guys. Bye. Thank you.